I put every country into a playoff simulation to see who is the best country on Earth. We have 16 countries competing in this tournament that includes Austria, Canada, Czechia, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Great Britain, Latvia, Norway, Slovakia, Slovenia, Sweden, Switzerland, Ukraine, and the USA. We are simulating this live on NHL 26. Grab your popcorn, sit down, and cheer on your favorite team. Each series will be a best of 7 between the two countries. And we are starting off with Canada versus Ukraine, game 1. Canada takes that game. We are going to quickly simulate through all of game 1s throughout the board and check in after. At the end of game 1, Canada has a 1-0 lead against Ukraine. Germany also has a 1-0 lead. Austria upset Slovakia in their first game, and Finland has beaten their opponent. USA goes up 1-0 against Great Britain, and Switzerland takes 1-0 against their opponent. Czechia goes up 1-0 along with Sweden. So let's now simulate game 2. Canada goes up 2-0. Germany also goes up 2-0. USA goes up 2-0. Switzerland also goes up 2-0. Team Austria beats Slovakia in another upset. They go up 2-0. Whoever is versing Finland. That I did forget. Just tied the series 1-1. France goes down 2-0 to Czechia. And Sweden takes 2-0 against Latvia. So after 2 games, Victor Hedman is leading playoffs with 6 points in 2 games. That includes 2 goals and 4 assists. Now we're going to simulate game 3. Canada goes up 3-0 against Ukraine. Germany also goes up 3-0. And unsurprised, USA goes up 3-0. Switzerland also goes up 3-0. And Slovakia takes a game against Austria. It's Denmark, who's Finland. And Finland takes a second game. They go up 2-1 against Denmark. Czechia goes up 3-0 against France. And Sweden also goes up 3-0. We're going to simulate game 4 really quick. Canada is the first team to move on to the Sweet 8 quarterfinal. And Germany also finishes their series and sweeps what looks to be USA sweeps Great Britain, and the country versing Switzerland takes a game. Slovakia ties the series 2 apiece against Austria. Finland and Denmark. Denmark ties the series 2-2. This could be the biggest upset if Finland goes down in the first round. Czechia beats the sweep against France. And Sweden also sweeps their opponent. So we have Canada moving on in a sweep, Germany moving on, USA, Czechia, and Sweden all sweeping their opponents. Leon Draisaitl, after 4 games, has 12 points in 4 games. That includes 8 goals and 4 assists. David Pastrnak on Czechia has 9 points, and Sidney Crosby on Team Canada has 9 points as well. Finland is 2 apiece. And they're versus Slovenia. So, Switzerland and Slovenia. That's who it is. So we are tuning in to Game 5 of Slovenia versus Switzerland. Switzerland goes up 3-0 after one of Timo Meyer picking up 2 of those. Ikuhisho Neo Niederreiter makes it 5-1, and this game is all over. A 9-3 smackdown for the Swiss to move on to the second round. Austria versus Slovakia tied 2-2. This game 5 is very pivotal, and Slovakia ends up taking it. We go up 3-2 against Austria. Denmark for Finland is tied at 2 apiece. Finland scores 4 goals in the second to go up 4-0 and wins in a 6-0 shutout to go up 3-2 against Denmark. So this is game 6 between Slovakia and Austria. Slovakia ends up winning this. They close out the series and move on to the second round. But Austria is going to be putting up a fight. 4-4 after 2. And Slovakia ends up winning 8-5 to move on to the second round. Finland versus Denmark, game 6. Denmark is looking to force a game 7 against the Finns. But it does not happen. Finland wins 4-1 against Denmark and moves on. No real big upsets in the first round. It seems just the favorites to be dominating. But in the second round, we have Canada versus Slovakia, Germany versus Finland, USA versus Czechia, and Switzerland versus Sweden. Some of these series are going to be very good. I'll go ahead and simulate the first game. Canada takes game 1 against Slovakia. Finland takes game 1 against Germany. USA takes game 1 against Czechia. And Sweden goes up 1-0 against Switzerland. Game 2, Canada goes up 2-0. Finland goes up 2-0. USA goes up 2-0. And Sweden goes up 2-0. So it looks like nothing interesting is happening so far. Game 3, Canada goes up 3-0. Finland goes up 3-0. USA continues it, going up 3-0. And Switzerland ends up taking a game against Sweden to make this series interesting. Let's see if Canada can close this out in a sweep. It can. Canada sweeps their second opponent to go 8-0 and move on to the Final Four. Finland also sweeps their opponent to go 4-0 and move on to the Final Four, where they will be versing Canada. Czechia ends up taking a game against the Americans, make this 3-1 to prevent the sweep. And Sweden ends up going 3-1 against Switzerland. This is Sweden versus USA, game 5. Let's see if Czechia will be able to force game 6. USA's up 2-0 after 1. 3-1, and USA wins. Even though Czechia did put up a great fight in this series, just isn't good enough to beat the Americans. And they move on to the Final Four. Sweden versus Switzerland. Let's see if Switzerland is able to beat the Swedes to force game 6. And they are unable to do that. Elias Pettersson seals the game off for the Swedes to win 4-1 against Switzerland and move on to the Final Four. In the Final Four, we have the 4 favorites to win it all. Canada versus Finland and USA versus Sweden. Game 1 against Canada and Finland. And Robert Thomas picks up a pair of goals to Arturi Lehkonen's 1. And this is a stomping. Canada wins 8-2 in the first game. USA versus Sweden. Sweden ends up taking a game against the United States. Going 1-0. Canada is 9-0. And they are 10-0 in the playoffs, beating Finland again. USA ties the series at 1 apiece. Canada versus Finland, Game 3, and Finland takes a game. Game 3, the United States goes up 2-1 against Sweden. Canada goes up 3-1 against Finland, and the United States also goes up 3-1 against Sweden. This is Game 5. Finland's looking to force Game 6 against Canada. But Canada wins in a 3-0 shutout against Finland to move on to the Stanley Cup Finals, but in playoffs. Sweden is also looking to force a Game 6. The United States, will they be able to? And it's not looking like it. The United States stomps Sweden in a 9-2 victory to move on to the final two. Jack Eichel's having a playoff run, having 25 points in 14 games. And Jack Hughes is also playing amazing. Connor McDavid also playing very good, 21 points in 13 games. But the Americans are just scoring a lot. They have a lot of high point players on the leaderboard. But this is Canada versus United States for the finals. Simulate Game 1. Dylan Larkin, Jason Robertson goes up 2-0 after 1. Canada's not letting this slide. Nathan MacKinnon and Connor Bedard pick up 2 to go down 3-2. And they force overtime as Connor McDavid forces overtime on the power play. Overtime in Game 1. Let's see who prevails. Canada has a power play, and Sam Reinhart picks up the power play goal in overtime to make the Canadians get a 1-0 lead in the series. Game 2 of the finals. They exchange goals to Zach Hyman and Patrick Kane. Second period, USA goes up 3-1 with Matthew Tkachuk and Jason Robertson both picking up power play goals. Connor McDavid does pick up one, but it just isn't enough, and USA wins 3-2. Tie the series at 1-1. Game 3 is a very important game. Nathan MacKinnon and Brad Marchand make a 2-1 lead over the United States after 1. They go up 3-1 after Nathan MacKinnon's goal. The Canadians win 4-2 with Sidney Crosby's power play goal. Game 4, Canada is looking to go up 3-1 against the United States. The United States is trying to tie the series at 2 apiece. Josh Morrissey makes it 1-0 after 1. Noah Dobson makes it 2-0 after 2. And Canada stomps the United States. Connor Hellebuck just can't make a save. Canada wins 7-1 against the United States in Game 3. Go up 3-1. Game 5. Canada's looking to close the series out. The 5-game series. Nathan MacKinnon goes up 1-0. But Charlie McAvoy is tying the series. Starting the third period, Canada is looking to get the dagger to eventually win, but Brady Tkachuk and Zach Werenski pick up back-to-back goals, and Jake Gensel picks up. It is a scoring frenzy here, and the United States ends up winning 5-3 after scoring 4 goals in the third period. Game 6, USA is looking to force a Game 7, and it is just looking like it. They go up 5-1 and win in 8-3. We have a Game 7. USA is trying to come back from being down 3-1, and we have Game 7. Can the Canadians finish this off, or does this look like they're going to collapse? Jake Gensel, Jack Eichel make it 2-1 against Robert Thomas's shorthanded goal. Scoreless after 2. And Sidney Crosby ties the game. Start of the third period. Canada has a power play, and Hayden Clellert Brady Tkachuk scores right after, make it 4-2. Oh my gosh, JT Miller scores. And Canada blows 3-1 series lead, and the United States ends up winning it in a Game 7. Jack Eichel has 33 points in 21 games. Jack Hughes has 31 points. Connor McDavid at 28 points. Just isn't enough. Old man, senior Sidney Crosby is over a point a game, but they still end up losing. USA ends up winning the entire thing. Here is our playoff bracket, and please like and subscribe for more NHL 26 content.